get the Lenovo moved over to the other one. Okay. There we are. Welcome to part 2 of this week's weekly test show. Yeah, we're done with talking. Yeah, the Ginger the cat. Okay. So now that Millionaire is done, and I had something good to go along with it. Really enjoyed playing around with those clips. So now it's time to move on to our next opponent. So let's go ahead and move on to Yusei Fudo as our next opponent here.
Ayumi.
Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and jump right into a match duel here.
You said we duel here for respect. I think it's about time you learn what that really means.
If that really means anything. So let me go ahead and put the desktop audio again. So all you're seeing is the virtual machine and nothing else. And I see Topeka did their test. Alright, I will start this duel. I'm going to start the next Sorry episode. That's going in defense. Set down Called Haunted. I activate a spell.
From 2 come 1, and from 1 will come great power. Let's rev it up!
Alright. Doing that.
Not good.
Oh, jeez. I'll go ahead and bring that Debris Dragon right back.
What?
Oh no!
It's
Your move. Alright, well, yeah, I can summon Gemini Elf, put down Magic Jammer, and then change the part. Bring over a Synchro. Okay. We'll use that to get rid of the Speed Warrior.
So are you finished?
That's only the beginning, you say. Because I got my other 2 monsters.
Oh no!
Oh no! I got one more.
Not good.
Not good. Yep, now he's down to 3,400. I want to close these Audacity documents because I'm done with them.
I activate a spell.
Where's that Bill Wirtz fight we were playing around with? Oh yeah, I can negate it.
What? It's yours.
Alright, chain destruction. And we'll summon that.
It's not over till the last card is played.
And I'm not going after a Synchro monster, whatever I do. Gonna have to do Penguin Soldier. That's the only way I can get that. I can get a Synchro Monster off the field.
It's yours.
The only card I'll go after right now is this defense layer. Sonic Chick. This card cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has 1900 or more. Okay. Yep, my Gemini Elf is gone. Okay. Magic Cylinder to reflect the attack. But now I'm thinking about, I could just let him attack me directly and then I can just reflect it. You know what? I'll see what you say does. I'll get rid of that Sonic Chick. This is 1300, so that monster is destroyed. So it's monsters of 1900 or more where the monster can't be destroyed. May as well.
What?
Well, actually, if he goes after the Synchro Monster, I can just reflect it. Nope.
What?
What? I'm gonna send them both back. Now's the time. Let's end this duel.
What?
And I take the first game. But, of course, I have to do it again in game 2 in order to win the match. And I will be going second, looks like.
It's yours.
Gemini Elf.
Not so fast.
As long as this card remains on the field, one designated monster cannot attack, so this is his only choice. So I can't attack. So I can't attack with Gemini Elf as long as both Guardians face up.
Underestimate the power of any card.
And it doesn't matter what position it's in. If it's in defense or attack, it doesn't matter. At least it's gone now, so gonna have to figure something out.
All I need to win is one card.
It's one card.
It's yours.
Okay. At this point, I'm gonna have to play defense.
It's yours.
It's your move. Torrential Tribute. And then I'll set down Growth Goes to Flood Dreams. But at this point, defense is my only option. This doesn't say what exact cards I need in order to fusion summon this monster. Yeah, it says that, so I can't do anything with that. Giant Trunade.
Oh no!
I guess we'll do Giant Trunade and send everything back. Then Torrential Tribute, and then we'll go ahead and summon Axe Raider. And then attack his face down card.
Not so fast. I play a special ability.
So we're discarding our entire hands. And we're getting 5 new cards. And I know what my next move's going to be. Setting down Call upon it. I've already done my summon, so I'll have to wait. Oh, yeah, because I discarded Buster Blader, I can bring it onto the field. As long as that's an option. Yep, that's an option. Let's bring it on the field. Nope. Not doing it until it's absolutely serious. This is not, like, very serious yet. But with 4 things set down, that he set down at the top there, I should consider my next move carefully. Then we'll go ahead and do Zombra. Nope. Alright, Buster Blader, and we'll get rid of his Turret Warrior.
That's exactly the move I was hoping you would make.
Mirror Force.
I reveal my trap card.
Yeah, there it is. Both are gone. And he's got nothing to say about it. I will have to activate Backup Soldier.
What?
If he summons another monster, I will be more than happy to activate Torrential Tribute.
Not so fast.
There it is.
I play a special ability.
Yep, before that activates,
What?
let's clear all of his monsters off the field, so they'll both activate together. Yep, its effect still activates even though it was destroyed, so 5 new cards.
It's your.
And I see he's got a gap in his 4 spell and traps. Alright, before we do anything else,
Oh no!
I'm gonna get rid of another one of those. I pick this one.
That's exactly the move I was hoping you would make.
Magic Jammer. So that's gonna negate it. Alright, well, let's see what we can do with the Speed Warrior.
Not good.
Alright, so finally dealt him some damage after all that.
I activate a spell.
I activate a spell. And of course he's got Synchro Summon again.
From
only I
two
had
come
Torrential
one,
Tribute.
and from one will come great
Or
power.
a Penguin Soldier.
Let's rev it up.
But too bad they're already gone. Oh. I'm seeing in chat, yes, that is a good question. We're doing this because we're in an away configuration right now. I want to make use of the Weather Scan RTMP while it's not being used for its desired
All I
purpose
need
at
to
the
win
moment.
is one card.
I just want to make sure I put it to some sort of use. That way I don't get bombarded with notifications by Ms. Weather telling me that this RTMP is going unused. So that's the reasoning if anyone's asking. Anyway, I probably could have summoned this one, but that wouldn't have worked in terms of attack. But we'll get rid of his junk synchron.
Not good.
Not good. That is my turn then. Yeah, may as well get rid of every other copy you say has in his deck. How many additional copies were there? I'm gonna have to wait till it lets me do something. So it looks like he had 2 other copies of Tuningware in his deck, or 1 additional copy in his deck. Alright, let's see what that does. I know it's likely not going to do much, but let's
I
see.
activate a spell.
I activate a spell. We got Synchronized Realm. The effect is supposed to be when a monster synchro summon,
It's yours.
5% damage is supposed to be inflicted, but that does not happen here. Oh, Magic Cylinder, that's a card I need. I'm just gonna go with my highest one, which is Axe Raider. Now I'll get rid of his tuning wear.
Oh no.
Oh no! That's gonna bring him down to 6,100. I'm waiting for him to attack with the Synchro Monster. Yep. Reflect.
Not good. It's not over till the last card is played.
That's gonna bring him down to 3,300.
It's yours.
Slot Machine needs 2 tributes before I can summon that. This one's going in defense. I may as well put the other one in defense too. Considering that both will not work against the Synchro Monster.
I activate a spell.
Pot of Greed.
I activate a spell.
Yeah, he's equipping for the Synchro Monster. 4,400 attack points.
It's not over till the last card is played.
Down to 3,200 now.
It's yours.
Graceful Dice. That could work, but it won't do me much. Well, I guess we'll try it.
Oh no.
Let's see what happens here. Okay, only goes up by 300, so Axe Raider is now 2,000. We'll go after his Road Synchron,
It's not over till the last card is played.
and that's my turn then. And after that attack, the match is now tied at 1 game apiece. So we're going to a tiebreaker. So let's see what happens here. I'll set down Typhoon to use later.
I activate a spell.
No.
All I need to win is one card.
No, I'll pass.
It's yours.
It's your move. Zombra. Ah, sure. Alright. Let's go after his defense layer. That's the only option. Not yet.
That's exactly the move I was hoping you would make. I reveal my trap card.
Yep, let's go ahead and add Typhoon
Oh
onto it.
no.
And I'll pick another one of these cards to destroy, because even if I destroy Mirror Force, I got rid of his Synchro card. So he can't Synchro summon unless he somehow gets that card back into his hand, or has another copy of it somewhere in his deck.
Not so fast.
Well, there's Sonic Chick, we saw that one earlier.
It's yours.
Giant Trunade sends all the spell cards back. Spells and traps. Then we'll use Monster Reborn to bring back Goblin Attack Force in attack position. And we'll also bring Headless Knight on the field as well. I know what my options are going to be. My Goblin Attack Force against the Road Synchron, and then Headless Knight after his Sonic Chick.
So are you finished?
Yes, I am finished. So Goblin goes into defense position. It is locked for my next turn. And it's not going after it. Interesting.
It's your
I'm gonna set the Redragon down to defense. Trusty Resurrecting. The Road Synchron. So, I have a good feeling both my monsters are going to be destroyed. Both of them. Yep, there goes my other one. Well, actually only one of them. Yeah, that one was the only monster that would work, so. Alright, let's bring Gemini Elf on the field. I'm gonna destroy his Junk Synchron.
not good.
Not good. Yep.
I activated spell. From 2 come 1, and from 1 will come great power. Let's rev it up. It's yours.
Put down Island Turtle.
I activate a spell. Not so fast. I play a special ability. You shouldn't underestimate the power of any card.
Oh, Turret Warrior. Now both my monsters are gone for sure.
It's yours.
Gonna have to play defense because Yusei's monsters are very, very powerful.
All I need to win is one card. It's yours.
I'm down to 1650. Well, I think this, well, I can't do anything. All of them require a tribute. Well, 2 of them require 2. So, this is it. Yusei is gonna take the match. Well, that was a very promising outcome at the beginning, but then it started to go south at the end.
And as long as you trust the power of your deck, you can find a way out of any situation.
Well, that's true. Just have to hope for the right cards to show up. But that will certainly, hopefully, be the case when we battle against our next challenger, which, of course, is Yuma Tsukumo. Yuma Tsukumo is our next opponent. And, of course, we are going to go ahead and go right into a match duel here.
Let's do
going first. Okay, Call the Haunted. Then Summon Axe Raider.
I activate the spell card.
Number 479. I will have to bring it right back.
Oh no! Oh no!
I see you use Fissure to destroy my monster. Well, what's better than 1 Axe Raiders? 2 of them! But we're doing more. We're gonna bring Yuma's monster over. Nope. I want that monster to come over before I add more attack points to each of them. Alright. Let the battle commence.
My life points!
This is gonna wipe out 3/4 of his life points in just 1 turn.
My life points!
Alright. Last one is mine.
Oh, not again!
Wow. Brought him from 8,000 straight down to 1,900 in just 1 turn. That was impressive. And now he's gonna XC summon. Here, let me find the space here for the microphone. That's a little better away from the speaker. Considering that the mic was too close to the speaker. Well, it would have been nice if I used Change of Heart to bring over his Xyz monster and then tributed it. That's what I probably could have done, but then again, my monster would have been destroyed. This one would be destroyed. And now he's got another copy. Now he's got Curvault.
I'm switching
To defense mode. Oh, Magic Cylinder, that will definitely work. Because this is what gave me the win against Yusei Fudo in game 1 when we battled against him earlier. So Curvault's gonna go away, and then 500 points of damage. So once he attacks with that Xyz monster, I can just reflect the attack. And this should give me the win. So there we go. Repeated what I did against Yusei. So I take game number 1 against Yuma. But, of course, I have to do it again in order to win the match. So I will be going second in game 2. And that might be Central Michigan running their monthly. Ah, why of course it is.
Corporate UCMU's live streams comes from Midland Center for the Arts, showcasing live performing arts experiences. From Broadway shows to symphony
Alright,
concerts
well,
and
Summon
family
Goblin Elite
entertainments
Attack
to
Force and
artists
Magic
comedians
Cylinder.
From around the globe, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Learn more at
How cool am I?
midlandcenter.org.
Oh, just heard the start of it. Just heard the start of it. Overlay Buster you just used.
Central Michigan Area Emergency Alert System, originating from WCMU FM and EAS local primary station. If this had been an actual emergency, such as a tornado, toxic material release, nuclear plant incident, or other state or local emergency that affects your safety, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Now.
Oh, not again.
Not again. Your move. X-Raider is 1700. Well, if I had that Elemental Neos, I would have been able to fusion summon. But I probably could have summoned Gemini Elf now that I think about it, and I would have lost less life points. So there goes 300 on my X-Raider. Your move. Let's get rid of all of his spells and traps. So what did we get rid of? We got rid of Dust Tornado, which destroys a spell or trap, and then you can set a spell or trap from the hand. And then that card where you can do an XC summon. Alright, the only card I can go after really is his defense. Which worked, because that was Genbara Knight I just got rid of. And while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the NWR logger for tomorrow. I'm not going to put Paducah on tonight, I'm just going to let John handle that. Or WJ at when. Alright, well. Yeah, well, that's the card I wanted, but I was thinking of doing Nimble. That's probably what I should have done. So, that card's gone. Okay. Now I should be considering Nimble. Which, in fact, is going to... Well, it would be my next move, but then Island Turtle came out. But it's either one or the other. So I'm going with Island Turtle in this case.
Special ability can activate.
So we're getting 5 new cards now. Yeah, you won't be able to break through it. I place card face down. Your move. Okay. Torrential Tribute, Magic Jammer, and we're just gonna destroy whatever he has face down. Nope, 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 nope. We're going to continue to make use of defense as much as we can.
I activate the spell card.
Galaxy Wave. Not significant enough. And he's going to exceed something. Oh, shoot.
XC summoning. Isn't that cool?
He's got his number 55. Yep, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get that XC's monster off the field. Yeah, I totally forgot that was a special summon. Well, my Nimble's gone. And at this point, the only thing I can do is get rid of his Galaxy Wave. That's really it. So, Yuma is going to tie up the match right here. Yep, you didn't need to do another summon or anything like that. That's all you needed to do. Just attack with that one monster. So, we are tied at 1 game apiece. Alright. Gemini Elf. We'll set down Call of the Haunted. That is going to be my first move. Let's see what you move.
I place card face down.
Your move. Oh yeah, I'll do change of heart. Bring over his defense layer.
Hang on a sec.
He's gonna negate. Yeah, he's gonna negate it. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just deal with what we've got. So, Gemini Elf against his defense layer. Well, it would have worked anyway. So, and then Gabba the Magnet Warrior.
That's bad.
That's bad. Yep, now it's my turn. Yeah, I can special summon a monster and then I can tribute it. And then I can do a tribute, so. Oh no! Your move. Alright. Let's summon Buster Blader.
Is this what I think?
Okay. We'll set down Magic Jammer. Then we'll discard Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy his Go-Go-Go Golem. And then we may as well attack directly. There's nothing that can stop him. So it's down to 3,900 now. Monster Reborn! Oh, gosh. And now he's got his Doo-Doo Warrior. That ain't gonna do jack against my monster. And hell no, I'm not tributing. I'm not tributing my Buster Blader just for that. If only I had change of heart. Yep. Good luck bringing that monster back, Yuma. Good luck with that. What is my move? Defense? So then I can use it as a tribute. Okay, there's one of his curve bolts. I'll turn the volume down a little bit. Okay, there's 2 other copies that are ready to deal me another 500 points of damage each. ZW Unicorn Sphere. Alright, so 5 new cards.
I activate the spell card.
Graceful Charity. No.
I activate the spell card. Your monster will be destroyed.
Yeah, negate that hole.
Oh
Yeah, I'll discard one. I'll discard Tiger Axe. So, destroying Dark Hole and negating it.
no. I activate the spell card.
Well, he wasn't able to destroy every monster. He got rid of my highest one, which is Buster Blader. With the lowest attack ones. Well, Buster Blader is the only one that was face up, because the other one is defense, so that was the automatic target of that by default. this would have to be an attack position. I can't really put it in... Oh no, this is Alright, let's bring Island Turtle, but this actually won't be that bad, considering I have a defense player on hand. But Call of the Haunted is still there. It's from the monster that was originally tied to it, but that was tributed, so I could summon another that could summon a more powerful monster. A Magic Cylinder, that would really work. So we'll go ahead and activate card save for turn, and that is all I can do. But what's Yuma gonna do? Let's see. No, because
My life points.
my life points
I'm switching
to defense mode. I'm switching to defense mode. I'm switching to defense mode. Your move. That was great saying that. Oh, there's that elemental hero, but I need 2 tributes in order to summon it. Okay. No, I'm just gonna go after only one of his monsters. I'm just gonna do Morphin Jar. Because its flip effect has already been used, so there's no need to have it on the field if its effect had already been used. And there goes my X-Raider, but hold on. Hold on. Reflect.
Oh,
Not again. Alright. I better be thinking carefully, and in fact I know what my next move will be. We're gonna go ahead and tribute summon. That might be Mirror Force now that I think about it, but no. I want to take advantage of this card.
My life points.
My life points. Alright, he's down to 1,000. So my next turn could make a difference here.
The spell card.
And he's gonna Xyz summon. Xyz summoning! Isn't that cool? What do we got? Number... Oh, his signature, number 39. Well, both are equally the same power, so there's no reason. Is he gonna do another Xyz summon? No, he's not. 2 Galaxy Waves. And United we stand. Oh god. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. 4,900. I probably should have saved Magic Cylinder for this moment. For that moment, I should have saved it for that. Now that I think about it. Oh boy. That Xyz monster is gonna be one tough thing to beat. And the only way I can beat it is with Penguin Soldier being set down. The other 2 cards require a tribute. Gadget Soldier requires 1, Slot Machine requires 2.
Oh no.
Yep. I'm sending that Xyz monster of yours back. And one of your curve bolts is joining it. Okay, now there's 2 curve bolts. May as well get rid of them both.
Oh no.
Okay. So I have to worry about them now, unless he brings one of them back. Aha, here's the card that will probably end this. And there we go, I take the match. So there we go, won a match against Yuma. Queen's Knight, Mega Zowler, and 2 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. In fact, now that we have this thing in its permanent home, we may as well go ahead and
If
add
you're
them.
gonna be great, you gotta take chances. So I take lots.
Of course he takes lots. Alright, let's go ahead and add these to our deck here. So this one's... We'll go ahead and add all these cards to our deck. I think it might have found the original Joey software too. Yeah, it looks like it found the Joey. It found the original Joey game too, so... Now, where has this one been before? Rainbow Neos. Wing Karibo. Oh. I'm only gonna put one copy of each card in this deck. I'm leaving Slot Machine alone. This card is not destroyed by flipping the table. I don't even know what that card is, but... It's Dinosaur. Heat Attack, Third Dragon... I'm only going to add one copy of each card into this deck. Magic Arm Shield. Oh, hey, look at this. Where have we seen these before? It's a remnant of Duel Monsters. It's the Exodia. And I don't think this is every piece of it. This is the left arm and the left leg. But in order to be able to... But I don't want to put that into my deck until, I don't think Infinite Dismissal is going to be that good. Wind Up Kitten, Tiger Dragon. Alright, now I've got room for 2 more cards. No, I'm not doing Grave Robber. Oh, look at this. There's my own Xyz monster. How nice is that? I have my own Xyz monster. We'll throw that into the extra deck. And... Alright, well that's all I can add. I can't add any more than that. Okay, I'm surprised it found the cards from Yuki, it found the cards from Joey and Kai, but it found it from all 3 of the originals. So I'm surprised they're actually on there. So... Well, because this was based on the original Joey software with some slight modifications, so that's why. And none of the other things were changed otherwise, because of course, as I've stated already, that thing is closed source, so there's no way that, you know, any other internal changes can be made. All right, we have time for one more challenger here before we got to take care of, you know, some other business. Let me be sure that I did remove the music from the game. I just want to be totally sure. Yep, I'm not hearing any music on here, so yep, I have totally removed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention toward this duel.
Toward this duel. Yep, that's what I did on the that's what I did as well when I tested out Haze Weather.
And gentlemen, please turn your attention toward this duel.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so, to make up for the music, what else have we got? It's the old video. Oh gosh. Oh no.
What?
What? Alright, that's my turn then. Backwards Hangman.
Oh, shoot!
This show's not over yet.
Hangman backwards.
And that ends my turn.
Hangman backwards. It's crazy. Oh, jeez, I need a tribute before I can summon that one. That's the only one in the graveyard. This needs 2 tributes. Alright, backup soldier, penguin soldier is my only choice. Chips.
Oh, shoot!
It just repeats twice. Conversations with a pizza pie. Hi. It just says hi right back.
And that ends my turn.
I don't know how I came across the backups on this drive. On that other drive. Well, sure, I can bring one of his monsters back and then I can summon this one. So, I guess it doesn't matter which one I choose. So, I'll do this one.
Oh, shoot!
Now to tribute summon.
Someone's bringing out the big guns.
Oh, yes, I am. And now let's go for it.
This does not look good.
This does not look good. Yeah, it does not look good. We'll just pick a card.
Pick a card. It's the 2 of spades.
Okay.
I activate a spell.
Advantages to living in
I
the
activate
future.
a spell.
Advantages to living in the future.
I activate a spell.
I don't know how. Honestly, but...
I activate
Oh,
a
there's the
spell.
questions for personal reflection again.
What if Spain was in Greece?
To launch the
Honestly, I don't
fireworks,
know
you have
how
to
I
light
would-
the fuse. Take the stage together as one.
I don't know how that would work, honestly. Oh, geez. Runai's Pendulum Dragon. Oh, yeah, this isn't good.
Gotcha.
Yep, my highest one gone.
Time to lay a face down. And that ends my turn.
Okay, well, I have to decide here. Bring it over. Well, you know what? Yeah, sure, I can bring it over because then I can attack directly.
What?
Yep, let's go ahead and bring whatever that is back. Then we'll activate card to save return again. And then we'll bring over his Runai's Pendulum Dragon. And now let's get rid of his Performal Whip Snake.
This
show's
not over
yet. And then 1500 directly.
This show's not over yet.
He's down to 9. Yuya's down to 900 now.
I activate a spell.
Stop sign analysis.
It's pretty tall.
It's pretty tall. That's it.
And that ends my turn.
To-do list.
Find out how it always was.
Well, I already know how it always was. Well, for roads and, well, how roads used to look and everything. The parrot or carrot? We're sorry, we're not able to bring it to you today. Great. Behind the scenes. It's just him screaming at the end.
This does not look good.
Oh yeah. He's down to 700.
And that ends my turn.
I've played the wrong notes.
Lesson 2. How to play the wrong notes.
Yeah, I can't do anything. This requires 2 tributes, and this one requires 1. So,
this monster ain't just for show.
exit stage right. It's time for the next act. Yep. This duel's gonna be over. Frequently asked questions.
Time to be a generous and really nice person.
Oh gosh. Anyway, Yuya takes game 1. Alright, we're gonna go right to game number 2. I will start. Space Toast?
Space Toast.
Like, let's see it again.
Space Toast.
It's really what it is. Space Toast. It's just a piece of toast in space. Okay.
Space Toast.
One more time.
Space Toast.
I activate a spell.
Q&A, how do you make your videos?
How do you make your videos?
Using a computer. Oh, no, you're not doing that,
Oh,
Yuya.
shoot!
You are not doing that. Let's do it again.
How do you make your videos?
Using a computer.
Ah!
In the case of him, a MacBook
And
Pro.
that ends my turn.
For me, it's a bunch of Windows PCs. Okay, backup soldier. Yeah, you know what? I guess we may as well go for it. So here we go.
What?
Yep. May as well bring this thing over. Attack position. And let's go.
This show's not over yet. Ah!
Alright, last one.
Oh! I'm gonna,
I'm gonna feel
that
that
one
one
tomorrow.
I don't know. Now what is this? He's just sleeping on the piano. Hence the title. Breakfast thoughts. What is the best place to have breakfast?
In the street. Probably.
Really? Day 3.
And that ends
of
my
what?
turn.
Out of videos.
Start being serious.
Out of videos, day 3.
Guess I'll have to start being serious.
Guess we'll have to start being serious.
This does not look good.
How to undo a bad decision. A bad decision eraser. No refunds.
And that ends my turn.
It would be nice if that existed in reality, but I guess it only exists in Bill Wirtz's world. Apparently.
This does not look good.
Summer vacation plans.
Go to Mars and stay there.
Oh no. Now what else have we got? Cool ideas.
I'm gonna learn subtraction.
That's a cool idea. Okay.
Oh, shoot!
Yep. I better bring something back. Choose Island Turtle.
Oh, shoot!
Stunning realizations.
Time to pull back the
I am the
curtain.
mailman.
My monster has a special ability.
And the credit sequence is nothing but the mailman. The credit sequence is nothing but the mailman.
And that ends my turn.
I am the mailman.
Oh, jeez. Alright. Before we do anything...
Oh,
Ow!
shoot!
I'm gonna send this thing back, and this thing back. And I think I used my summon already. Yeah, I did. Alright. So we'll get rid of that trampolinks or whatever.
This show's not over yet.
Oh, it certainly isn't over yet. So. Oh, this is that card where he can attack me directly. Alright, well, hasn't received anything.
And that
since,
ends my turn.
for a good while, so. At this point, there's no reason to keep it running, so I'm gonna take it offline. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna keep setting that thing down as many times until Yuya ends up getting rid of it.
This does not look good.
Oh, it's not looking good, alright. It sure isn't looking good. Lizards
Synthesis
are great.
Magician will stir things up.
Bench. It's a
Ow,
bench.
shoot.
Actually, 2 benches. One more time. It's a bench. Actually, 2 benches.
Thanks.
No, I'm not sending back my own monster.
And that ends my turn.
Alright. Well, unless he has Mirror Force, this is it.
I activate my Hippo Carnival.
I didn't mention that, but I guess that's gonna save him for a bit longer. Alright, two of his Hippo tokens are the targets instead. Alright, what's Yuya gonna do now? Fun game. Which box is the
And
right
that
box?
ends my turn.
This one. The yellow one. Sorry if you chose the wrong box. And that was it. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Get rid of this defense card. Get rid of this one. And get rid of this one. Okay, that's it. What else do we got here?
Synthesis Magician will stir things up.
Jingling bad.
Thursday jingly thing, yay.
Jingly thing, yay.
Time to lay a face down. And that ends my turn.
What's this one? Wait, let's hear that again. Get real. Oh, jeez. Okay, Zomber against his whatever.
I was expecting
Synthesis
that move from
Magician.
you. I activate Mirror Force.
So there go all 3 of my monsters. At my turn. Monday elevator testing.
Oh, shoot.
It's just going up and down really fast. So that's that's it, huh?
I've been waiting for this one. Exit
Sometimes
stage right.
I
It's time
whatever.
for the next act.
Can't think of anything. Sometimes I whatever. And he's just
And that ends my turn.
I don't know. This is all this stuff I found is
What?
just pretty insane. What is this? NBC Peacock with jazz music playing in the background?
I activate a spell.
Yep, as I thought.
I activate a
What is
spell.
this?
Dark Hole.
Dark Hole. What is this thing?
And that ends my turn.
That's it. That's it. It's like a second, if not less. One more time.
And that ends my turn.
That's it. That's literally the only thing. That's literally the only thing. Alright. Let's go and attack directly.
This show's not over yet.
Oh yeah, it's not over yet. Okay, that is my turn.
Time to lay a face down.
What is
And
this?
that ends my turn.
Oh my gosh. Jeez, that's insane. Alright. This may as well be it then.
Time to bring back an old friend.
Ah, of course he's gonna do that. Oh shoot. Okay, no, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. Move over. This is where I make my things.
And that ends my turn.
What? let's play that again.
This is where I make my things
I don't know. I just honestly don't know how I came across this Billboard's back up, and now I'm digging myself into this rabbit hole again.
Someone's bringing out the big guns.
But I obviously know I'm not going after his monster, and I think I know what you guys are gonna do. School.
Gotcha.
You feel good, don't go to school.
And that ends
That's
my
like
turn.
a less than a minute song about how bad school is, apparently. Okay. Crazy idea. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Crazy story, but... oh my gosh, I just remember found this Billboard's website on,
This does not look good.
on one of those school-owned Dell Latitudes.
And that ends my turn.
It just had them all play in a playlist. You know, play them in a VLC playlist shuffled around. Because that was when I got used to VLC Player, and I've enjoyed it since then. Still silly. 2010.
I'm still silly. I'm still silly. I'm still silly. I'm still silly, diddly. I haven't read the paper in 18 years.
He hasn't read the paper in 18 years. Let's go to the end of it. Let's go to the end of this.
I think I'll just return to my spaceship.
To his spaceship? What spaceship? I don't know. Well, anyway, Yuya takes the match.
The pendulum has swung my way today. That was a good match.
That was indeed a good match, Yuya. Alright, well now we gotta get to the WMBS word game here. Considering we've been going through Bill Wirtz and all this stuff for a good while. But then, of course, we'll be back to this VM later, and we are going to play against Joey and Kaiba. But before we do that, let me make sure the screen is hidden so I can start the next episode on the list. The Peanut Butter song. That's it. Just playing the piano with a jar of Jif peanut butter. Okay, now I see why you called it the Peanut Butter song. Interesting. All right, now where do I keep my WMBS word game stuff on this machine? Do I have it in the documents folder? Aha! There it is. So now for the WMBS word game. So let me go over to the other desktop and let me get the letters from this week's Name and Acclaim It Scrambled word game that we showed you in part 1. So here they are. Now let's see what kind of words we can make from these before I continue taking myself further down this rabbit hole of this crazy rabbit hole of fill words. I don't know how I got myself into it suddenly. When I'm supposed to be focusing on rendering shows. I honestly just don't know, but whatever. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to move this over a little bit so I can give myself some room. Alright, let's see. Pine. Okay, pine. C-I-R-E-N-T-O-T. But however that's spelled. Okay. How about C-I-N-E? How about C-I-N-N-E-T? I can't. Oh my gosh, this is challenging. T-R-O-I-N-E-N-T-I-E-C-T. Jeez. Let's see if the autocorrect knows to jumble the letters. Troinen Pi CT. Yeah, it doesn't even know. It does not even know. It doesn't even know what it's spelled. Okay, how about T-R-E-I-N P-I-N-C-E-T-O-T. Okay. Let's see. How about... I'm not going to try to spell that one word. How about R-E-N-O-T-I-C-I... What else can I think of here? E-R-E-C-T... That's the only kind of word. Well, all these letters make up one word. And I can tell how hard this is. O-N-E... Oh no, there's only 2 E's here, not 1. And there's no L, too. That would have been nice if there was an L, but if there was at least 1 L in this, which unfortunately there isn't. So... Oh, is this thing not loading the dust storm icon? It did earlier, but I guess maybe it just takes a while. Erecton. You know what? That's all I can think of. I can't think of another darn word. I cannot think of another word. All right, so now that we're through the word game, I think we have time for some more duels. Shall we jump into some more? I think we shall. Anyway, out of these four, who was our next opponent? I know we usually duel against Yugi on Wednesday, but you know what? Let's play The Legend Reborn next. Monday accordion bowling. That's it. Yeah, it's just as simple as it is. It's just using an accordion as a bowling ball. What else have we got?
Go back to where you
That's really the TSA? Okay. Alright. I'll go second.
Now, I'll set a card.
Where does the railroad go?
I end my turn.
The only way I'll know where the railroad goes is if I follow it. Well, not in real life, but probably more than likely on Street View imagery.
Flip summon.
This one.
The effect activates at the same time.
don't make me write you a melody. Don't make me write you a melody. Don't make me write you a melody.
And then he does it.
I end my turn.
That's a pretty nice melody, honestly. Anyway, we're going way off focus here. Alright. Come on out, Tiger X.
You're going to activate a spell card?
Yeah, I'm gonna activate a spell card. Get rid of that. It's the magical hats. Take 2 non-monster cards from your deck and choose a monster card. One of the monster cards on the field and shuffle the deck. Shuffle 3 selected cards and set them on the field with face down defense. And the 2 cards selected from your deck are treated as monsters and are destroyed at the end of that phase. It's the only monster we can really go after.
Not bad.
Not bad. Alright. That is my turn. New schedule idea. He just says screw the schedule. Okay. Range fact.
I end my turn.
That's the fact. Okay. Anyway, I better figure something out here. Alright. Penguin Soldier.
Can't be.
Alright. Yep, let's go ahead and send both of those monsters back. The dot video. That's it.
I end my turn.
Just the one little dot, and then the thank you card comes up, and then another larger dot. I'll have to do Morphing Jar. I really don't know what else to do.
Can't be.
What else have we got? Funny Dolphin.
I end my turn.
It's just asking questions. Okay. Alright. Gonna have to do Nimble. That's really my only option. I can't really do anything else.
I activate my spell card.
Premature Burial. What's he bringing back? The Chaos Command Magician.
Flip summon.
Oh boy. So I'm gonna gain 1,000 life points. And that's really the only card I've got. And I'm gonna lose 2,400 of that, so.
Luckily, I have this card. I offer 2 of my monsters as a tribute. I end my turn.
I end my turn. Well, Change of Heart's my only option
You're going
here.
to activate a spell card?
And then what's my other highest? I'll set down Chain Destruction too. Alright, here we go. Buster Blader. Ugh. And then Gradius.
That was a good attack.
And now he's down. Oh wow, we're actually tied now. But I don't think we're going to be tied for long, so. Oh, yikes. Yeah, I think this is going to be it. Yep, there goes that. And then the Blackluster Soldier. And that's going to give Yugi the first game. But, of course, we've seen what happened earlier when I was dueling against Jaden, Yusei, Yuma, and especially Yuya. So. Alright. I will go first. I like this one.
Take a video of the ceiling.
Oops, I have the camera pointing the wrong way. Let's play that again.
Take a video of the ceiling. Oops, I had the camera pointed the wrong way.
The camera pointed the wrong way. And there's Graceful Charity.
I end my turn.
Alright, I'm gonna have to get rid of one of his spells or traps, or one of his cards actually. And I'm gonna set down Morphing Jar. I just want to make use of the Axe Raider while I have it.
Unfortunately, it's not going to work. I activate Mirror Force!
Yep, that card is gone. And that is it. Oh, there's Blackluster Soldier again. But I can get rid of it.
What? Can't be!
Yep, it is gone. And then he attacks me directly with Eye of
I end my turn.
Timanius. There's no point in using Tribute to the Doomed because he's probably just gonna bring it right back. Or rather, just put another monster in its place.
Luckily, I have this card. I offer a monster on my field as a tribute. I end my turn.
Alright, well. We're gonna put Tiger X on the field. Nope.
You're going to activate a spell card?
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of polymerization because I can't really do anything with it. We'll get rid of that.
Can't be.
Alright, then I guess we can go ahead and do it directly. Oof. Alright, down to 6,700, so... what will his next move be?
I activate my spell card.
Oh, Dark Hole. That monster's gone.
I end my turn.
Alright, we got Baby Dragon.
Flip.
Choose a spell card from your graveyard and return it to your hand.
Effect.
And of course he goes with Dark Hole. Alright, well that's it. Yep, get rid of all other copies of this card.
Oh no!
Got rid of 2 additional ones. I end my turn. These 2 require 1 tribute. 2 tributes, actually. But, regardless, both require a tribute to summon. And I think this is going to be it. Yep. And that's it. Yugi takes the match. That was very, very rough. A very rough battle.
Whew.
That was an excellent duel. I'm lucky I was able to draw the right cards at the right time. Ah, yeah, he certainly did. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to exit. Okay, there we go. Alright. We're not ready to move on to another duelist just yet. Yeah, we're not ready to move on to another duelist. But before we do that... oh. Beginning at 9:35. Ah, shoot. I already turned off the MWR. Probably could have left it on, but okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and set up the AMFM logger for tonight. Let's just get it ready for tonight, so that way I don't have to worry about this later. Before we move on to another duelist of any kind. So, whether we're gonna duel the Yugi Joey thing next or something else, I just want to be sure that we're totally ready to go here. Okay, let's start by going back to this morning. I recall seeing a Nassau and Suffolk, New York come up on the log, so I believe that means WJFK. No, WALK. Must have tested. And there was all those flash flood watches. WPOZ was an hour late. Yep, there it is. Nassau and Suffolk, WALK. I will go ahead and now take that out. Alright, anybody else who tested? So, let's see if anybody else has gone. And I think after that, that's it. There weren't any other tests on this list. Other than the severe weather event from earlier tonight. And there's I see a Los Angeles County Amber Alert on the logs. There's KBBN, And then Central Michigan did their monthly. The WCMU sent out the Central Michigan monthly test while we were in our duel against USAY. Considering I saw that 60% watch probability, and I see that Paducah might end up doing something tonight. Oh yeah, they're definitely going to be doing something. They are definitely going to be doing something tonight. Now, as much as I'd like to put the NWR on, we're not going to do that tonight. So here's what I'm going to do. Then, in terms of the setup, we're going to throw in all of the tests that are supposed to happen tonight. And if I go back to the Severe WX Monitors document and then search for BMX for Birmingham, there is WCKA. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them over. And then I got to look for the Thursday auto test document. And I'm only going to add up to WYCB, and that's really it. And then, as an added bonus, in addition to what's going on tonight, I will add in St. Louis, Paducah, Louisville, and I'll throw in Nashville as well, just in case they do anything. Just in case they do anything tonight. Just in case. And I probably might want to add Jackson, Kentucky as well. Just in case it continues further into that coverage area. I'm surprised based on that hazardous weather outlook alone they still tested, but now I know why St. Louis opted to still run their weekly despite the slight risk. It was because all of this was not going to be until later tonight, so. Alright. So, the FM logger is ready, but I do see some stuff still going through. So, okay, one is already finished, so I'm going to let the main finish receiving it, and then I'm going to take it all off, and of course St. Louis is going to be in there, Paducah is going to be in there, so pretty much now, based on that hazardous weather outlook from Paducah that I heard, that I heard earlier, pretty much at this point, now I have everything ready for tonight. So while we're waiting here, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this drive because there's no point in keeping it connected. There we go. Okay, so once it's ready, it's finished. Yep, it's finished. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and reset the AM/FM logger, and then we should be all set with this one. And let me make sure that this is reset. Okay. All right. The AM/FM logger is all set to go. I don't need to do anything else with that, but I'll just keep the screen open just in case anything else happens. With it. Okay, so one last thing before we continue into another duel is who did not test? As far as I know, so Pittsburgh did not test because of maintenance. Omaha and Hastings did not test because of a severe thunderstorm watch that was already in effect. Cleveland did not test, probably for the same reason as Pittsburgh, because of technical difficulties. I don't know if it was because of technical difficulties or maintenance, but I think it was maintenance. So they must be doing some maintenance. Mount Holly did not test. However, it was for an entirely different reason. It was actually something far worse, but I will not go into detail exactly what it is. Exactly what happened. I will not go into detail here. And it's for a good reason. Tulsa did not test. I think it was for the same reason, because I was hearing forecasts and everything, as I should. Melbourne did not test also. Now, I'd never checked to see if the Orlando stream even worked. Paducah did not test, and I think it was because of the slight risk. Peachtree City, for whatever reason, did not test. We didn't even hear from Blacksburg either. And then Wichita and El Paso, those two did not test. And I think we were supposed to hear from Albuquerque, and I don't think they tested. So, because we were supposed to hear from Albuquerque at 12:30, and they didn't go at all. I don't even think Riverton tested either, so I'm going to take a look through the Mountain Time Zone and see what this all is before we continue. Oh, there it is. There's the watch. So it looks like I got all the stations in there just in time. For Dyer and Weakley County, Tennessee. Well, I know there's supposed to be more, so. So, yeah. Must have gotten all the stations in there just in time. Although I don't think many of them relay watches. So it might be why we're not getting anything. Oh, there we go. Okay, so hopefully I did put them all in there. But I guess we'll see what happens. So it looks like the watch must have went into effect already. Let me take a look at a little more detail on that watch. I see we crossed watch 600. And it looks like we crossed that earlier this afternoon. Where's the polygon? It's for the bottom part of Missouri, mainly. But I'm surprised it actually also includes Tennessee. So. And it is for Paducah also. So, good thing I put Paducah in there. Pensacola Beach. But alright. So, what am I here for? Oh, yeah, I'm here to see if... So, let's see. In John Mass NWR, KABQ NWS. The last test was from last week. So we didn't hear from Albuquerque. Now, does this stream even work?
Grand Junction.
It does work. So I think for whatever reason, Albuquerque did not test today. So I will add them to the rotation as well. The next one, we know Phoenix tested because I saw Gila, but let me just be sure. Yep, Phoenix tested today despite the severe weather threat. I'm actually surprised too. All right, KRIW. This is Riverton. Did they still test? Yes, they did. Despite my that's right. I heard them test earlier. We went back on that, and then the other ones ended up going. So the entire Pacific time zone did end up going. So all right. So I've got Albuquerque added into the rotation. In fact, let me go ahead and revise the configuration to include Albuquerque. So, all right, and this guy's fully charged now. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going through. Well, maybe the stations that I put in there either do not... the stations I likely put in there do not relay watches. They only relay warnings, so... I guess at this point, the only thing we'll be doing here is we're just going to ride it out and see what happens. But alright. So, with only 10 minutes, I don't think we will have enough time to start a match duel, or we could do a single duel against Joey with Yugi, but rather, let's just do it, you know, the way it was meant to be done, so. Yeah, I think this site is a little outdated. So let me refresh it. Yeah, because I don't think the site has updated since the machine ran out of battery power. Well, since the machine shut off because of low batteries, so... There we go. Now everything is more up to date. Alright, let's see what we got running right now. We got 1298, which is approaching Riverside. Then 1289, that's heading for Downers Grove, and it will arrive there in 32 minutes. Alright. So, let's do a little bit of a, sort of a highlight reel for those of you who may not have seen the first part, or you may just be checking in after a good while. So here's a little bit of a highlight reel from today's show. So, of course, the biggest thing of all was that I ended up getting Northern Indiana's weekly, which of course is something that I typically do not see happen at home because I barely ever pick that station. I barely ever pick up KJY 62 from home. But when I'm closer to the city, somehow I'm able to pick it up, you know, very crystal clear, which I mean is on its own pretty surprising. So it's on its own. It's pretty amazing how I can pick up a station from another forecast office that's literally like from a transmitter that's like 100 or something miles, you know, like on the other, you know, in the next state over. Because then LaPorte, Michigan City, we're talking like well down I-94 and the Indiana toll road, so we're talking miles down I-94, I-80, and I-90. Well, whichever way you look at it. But yeah, it's like another 50, 100 miles or so east of where I am, and I'm still surprised I'm able to pick it up. So hey, at least I got some extra counties to go along with. So I've got some extra counties to go along with it. So pretty neat though, that I could actually get a transmitter from, as I said, the next state over. So of course we got that. We heard that weekly. We also got, of course, our test. I'm glad to hear that both of the offices I could pick up here today were able to do their weekly. The offices that I had mentioned earlier, like Mount Holly or Tulsa, weren't so lucky. There was one server that I'm part of where it said that they thought DC did not test, but later I sent them the my log relay of it, and that confirms that they did end up testing. So, that they did end up doing it. Yeah, that was one thing. The other thing was that as I continued rendering episodes of these shows as part of, the actual beginning stages of the fall taping cycle for this year, there are still a lot of Sorry episodes I still have to render as of tonight. I'm looking to stop it at episode 485, and I'll continue from there tomorrow. For Big John's Wheel of Fortune, currently I'm at episode 413, and I'm sort of at a standstill because Clipchamp on just the one particular device thinks the service is down when in reality it's not. But now it seems like it wants to work again. Okay. So I guess I just gave it a good while. So I'll go ahead and render 2 more on this, and then I'll probably just stop there with it for the day. So yeah, that's really what I've been doing all this week. I've just been recording and rendering. I've just been rendering episodes. I've just been recording rendering episodes of all my shows. So, of course, mainly episodes of the shows that will go through 2027. Yeah, that's going to go through 2027. Well, let me start this one here. So let me go ahead and get this one started. So yeah, let me take a moment and get this one started. Okay, the number is already correct. So yeah, that's where Sorry is at currently. So that's where Sorry is at. And then I was able to... Wait, Fulton is really sharp. Did somebody finally fix the Cherokee Village stream? Wow. I can't believe it took them this long. But whatever. Anyway, so yeah, Sorry is, I'm hopefully finally nearing, oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, I really snacked on a lot of things this afternoon during my lunch break. Anyway, going back to the schedule here. So, yeah. All this week I've been rendering the episode of the show, so Sorry, I'm hoping to get it to 485. Big John's Wheel, I'm going to stop it at 415. In relation to that show, Central VA EAS, now that he is considering retiring his YouTube channel altogether, he no longer wants to be featured on the show. So then I told him that I'm considering, with that in mind, I'm considering retaking those episodes. But then he said he would allow, then I told him that I had shot all those episodes well in advance. So he also then later on stated that I could just let the episodes air as they are. So I decided that I'd go ahead and let those episodes air as they are. However, with one particular episode, I am going to have to pull it. That is because I found out that I did not change the original name of the rebrand that was originally planned. I did not switch that name out with the new one. I did not switch the name out, when that episode was shot. Now, that episode in particular, number 222, is supposed to come out this Tuesday. But because, as I said, I'll be here for like 2 weeks, it's more than likely I won't be, back home. I won't be able to, remake that episode and, remake that episode and fix it in time. And in addition to that, the Travel Series remake, I found out that Interstate 289, there was an error in one of the video footage. I could actually, just remake, trim down the one part and, fix it. I could do that. But I want to, before I do that, I want to see if I have the original footage still, the original project file. I don't have it on any of these PCs, so the plan then is when I get back to my hometown, which so far looks to be on the 30th. We'll do our evening live stream that we typically do, and then the following day, Sunday the 30th. Saturday the 29th. That's going to be when I'll end up back at home base. And then the following day, on the morning of Sunday the 30th, I will reshoot episode 222 with the new name. After that episode is complete, I will just, put it together as close as I can get to the original, and then I will post and let that episode go up the same day at its usual time. So it's going to be weird. You're going to see a Wheel of Fortune episode on a Sunday, but that episode is corrected, and I was not able to correct it in time. So that's the reason. Just giving you all a heads up that there's going to be a gap in Wheel of Fortune in the Wheel of Fortune episodes next week. So just want to warn you all ahead of time with that. Then as for the other shows, Ticket to Ride and Yahtzee, I got all the episodes rendered of all those shows. Now I'm just waiting to begin the upload process of them. Now I'm just waiting to start the upload process of those episodes, which typically would take about 2 weeks. But actually I was thinking I could probably start them ahead of time. I could probably do that too if I wanted. But then again, I want to get to Big John's Wheel of Fortune. I want to get to Sorry. Those 2 other shows that I still got to render episodes of. So what I was thinking is tomorrow I'll be putting Big John's Wheel and Sorry in charge of 2 PCs. So 2 PCs will be rendering Sorry and 2 PCs will be rendering Big John's Wheel. So that's the whole story there. So yeah, that's what's been. Those are pretty much the highlights, and of course there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels. And speaking of which, we are going to play. We're going to play a couple more, and then Yahtzee, and then we will be done for tonight. So, yep, and then we'll be done for this evening. So, we're not going to play the Kaiba Corp Ultimate Masters. We're going to play the original. And I also made sure that the deck that I had set up in the Kaiba and Joey software on my main machine at home carried over, but I want to make sure that it actually did carry over. Yep, it looks like it carried over because I still see the 66 cards that were there. So yep, the deck from Kaiba carried over. And one more other thing that was part of the highlight reel is that Steel Highway was live in Naperville today. So I decided to, just tune into his live stream there. And hey, I got to see all 4 act tracks. Southwest Chiefs 3 and 4, and California Zephyrs 5 and 6. So I got to see all of that. While in addition, all the Metro trains that go by there and the freights. We got to see BNSF 2026 again. Seems like they're routing that down the racetrack once again. Like what, only a week or so after I saw it? That's pretty cool. Alright, that's enough chit chatter. Shall we duel?
Let's see if you're worthy of calling yourself a duelist.
Call myself a duelist, huh? Alright, let's see about that. And I will be going first. Okay. Baby soldier, baby dragon is what I'm going to be summoning first. But I can't do the other spell cards yet.
I end my turn.
Arm Ninja destroys a spell card. That's the only monster I can set down. I can't do anything else about it.
I end my turn.
This one needs a tribute. Well, at this point I can't do anything other than setting Mystical Space Typhoon down.
I end my turn.
Magic Jammer. And yeah, I can't do anything. I cannot do anything. This is not good.
Flip summon.
Yeah, I think this duel's gonna be over. No, I'm not doing Mystical Space Typhoon. It's not gonna matter. So yeah, I think this is going to be it right here, so. And even putting a monster into defense position won't really do anything, so. Yeah, it's not going to matter, so. That was a fast battle. That was a very fast battle. And a tough one, too.
I'll compliment you on making it this far. But you will never be able to defeat me.
Well, you've all seen I've been able to defeat him in a battle. But it's just that the cards weren't coming up. Right. The cards weren't coming up. Or rather, the right cards that I need, were not coming up, from the top of the deck during each draw phase. Southwest Service Train 825, 40 to 45 minutes behind schedule due to positive train control issues. Okay. Alright, great. Now I've lost control of the cursor. Alright, here we go. Single duel against Joey.
Up. A true duelist doesn't back up from nobody, because only cowards don't stand up to a challenge. You better come strong, because it's time to duel!
Yep, it's time to duel. And I will be going second.
I'll just go along and set this card here.
827 is approaching.
Better be careful.
Approaching Ashburn.
I end my turn.
Then Oaklawn will be the next stop in line. Alright, we got Dark Spear of the Silent. And we will summon Axe Raider.
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna activate this.
He's gonna destroy both monsters. His monster and mine.
I end my turn.
Morphing Jar 2, which will send every monster card on the field back. Okay, we'll get rid of his Sangan.
Hope Lady Luck's on my side. I activate Graceful Dice.
I can't negate it, so... Yep, my monster is gone.
I end my turn.
Let's see. Ready to get another Sorry episode going. I could probably get it up to 490 at this, well, at this point I could get it up to 490. Oh wait, I'm pressing everything but the right button. Here we go. Alright, which one? Let's do Morphing Jar. Nope, it won't matter.
What? Can't be.
Okay, off that goes.
I end my turn.
Alright, Magic Jammer. I can set this down and I'll use that. I can use that later
I
on.
activate my spell card.
It's gonna destroy one of mine. And he picks Magic Jammer, so I can't negate. So I can't negate any of his spells.
Flip summon. Flip summon.
Oh, he's gonna go for it. Big time. Nope, Dark Spear of the Silent's not gonna do anything. In this scenario, it's not really that effective. Alright. At this point, I'm hoping for something good to come up. Oh, Great White. That's 1600 though. But
Yeah.
I can go ahead and I'll equip it to one of his Gemini elves. At this point, we'll have to play defense.
I summon my Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be it right here. Yep, gonna get rid of that. Nope, change it to the Red Eyes will not do anything. Nope, not even Graceful Dice is gonna save me. So, there we go. Nothing's gonna change the facts, so Joey takes the win. Wow. Two very rough battles there between both duelists
Let me give you some
tonight.
advice. I didn't win because I'm the #1 duelist in the world. I won because you stink.
Well, in this particular game, that is. But I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that, I stink as a whole in this whole thing, period. It's just that, as I've said, just like with Kaiba, as I've said already, the cards, the right cards that I need, or, the cards that would help me, I should say, didn't really come up in the deck, or didn't really come up at the right, didn't come up at the right time. That's the whole thing, especially with this card game in particular. So wow, we got through both of those duels very, very quickly. So we, at this point, actually will have time to maybe play against another duelist. But let me first start another... Let me first get another Wheel of Fortune episode going before we... I could have had this going for a little longer, but because of what happened with this and the Clipchamp software earlier, I thought it'd be better to just hold off and wait until it got its act together before continuing. So, okay. All right. So, since we got through that pretty quickly, let's go ahead and do another duel against Joey. So you know what? It's going to be a rematch against Joey, but this time around I'm playing against well, not against, but this time around I'm playing as Yugi Muto. That's what's special about this duel of friendship. So here we go.
Listen up. A true duelist doesn't back up from nobody, because only cowards don't stand up to a challenge. You better come strong, because it's time to duel!
Yep, we're gonna do it again. Oh, not with the whole display. There we are. Okay, I'll be going second. Let me see how low this device is on power. Alright, only 32%.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. I end my turn.
Why did Joey even activate that effect? That was only the first turn. Why would you do that, Joey? Why? Anyway,
my spell card.
Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy one of his spells and traps. That was Skull Dice. I'm gonna set down Morphing Jar. Although it's a little, I think it's a little too early to use it, but you know what? So 1289 is nearing Downers Grove. Inbound train 1300. Main Street, Downers Grove, 17 minutes.
I end my turn.
Alright, I'm going with Gemini Elf. Yeah, we may as well attack him directly.
I activate Scapegoat!
Okay, one of those sheep tokens is going to be the target instead. And I choose this one. That'll at least give him a layer of defense. But for how long, though, is the question.
I summon Rocket Warrior!
Oh gosh, here comes Rocket Warrior.
I end my turn.
During the battle phase of your own turn. Well, let's see.
Take this! I activate Magic Arm Shield!
It's gonna go after my... It's gonna get rid of my Tiger Axe instead. Alright, well, that at least protects his Rocket Warrior.
I end my turn.
We're gonna gonna go ahead and continue playing defense here. Alright, well that worked. Got rid of his Rocket Warrior. Let's see what his next move will be.
I end my turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring forth Alligator Sword. And sure, we'll flip summon. Alright, let's focus on these tokens here. Get rid of the rest of them. And let's see what one of these is. Alright, there's one of his Nimbles that's going to gain 1,000 life points, so he's back at full strength. So he's back at full strength now.
Yeah! This is the card I've been waiting for. I offer 2 of my monsters on the field as a tribute. I end my turn.
We got backup soldier. This I need 2 tributes for. No, I'm not going to activate. I'm going to wait till May Phase 2 before I activate it. If I can. No, I can't. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to wait until it comes back. I'll have to wait till my next turn before I can use it. Yeah, I'm about to lose some of my monsters here. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and activate backup soldier to bring back all 3 of these to my hand.
I end my turn.
I want to play defense as much as possible.
I summon Panther Warrior.
Gonna have to tribute a monster.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. I end my turn.
Alright, Zombra. Put this card down.
I activate my spell card!
I'll just destroy whatever he has. And we may as well get rid of Panther Warrior. Alright, that is my turn then.
I'm changing it to attack position. I end my turn.
Well, based on where this is at, I am not chancing any of his cards. I am just gonna keep this on, keep playing defense as much as possible.
Flip summon. the effect's gonna activate at the
Same time. So this is that card where we'll be drawing 5 new cards, so I want to make sure this is the only time, so let's go ahead and destroy any other copies of this card that he's got. Okay, looks like we've got some beneficial cards. That might help me out.
I end my turn.
Alright, Torrential Tribute, Gemini Elf.
Ha! I don't mean to brag, but my skills are perfect. Trap hole!
Alright. Well, I think I know what is about to happen here. Joey's about to finish me off.
Alright! With this, victory's in the bag. I offer my monster as a tribute.
Yep, let's destroy all of his monsters.
Unfortunately, it's not going to work.
Yep, all 4 of them shall disappear.
I activate my spell card.
And of course, use Premature Barrow to bring it back.
I end my turn.
Harpy's Feather Duster, that'll destroy it.
I activate my spell card.
Alright, so now that it's totally open, wide open, we may as well go ahead and attack him directly.
Oh no!
Oh no! And that's my turn.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. I end my turn.
Alright, Baby Dragon. And we may as well attack him directly again.
Oh no!
Alright, that's it. That's it. So Joey takes the first game. But, of course, I've still got another chance at it. So let's go ahead and jump into game number 2 right now. And I will go first.
I activate my spell card! I activate my spell card! Dark Hole!
Yep, my monster's gone.
I'll just go along and set this card here. Let me give you a little hint. You better be careful, because this card's a trap. I end my turn.
I'm not ready for defense yet. Let's take advantage of his skilled field being wide open. Okay, there's Fairy Box. He called it right, so he does not take any damage from my monster. I see he activated the Yujo Friendship, which increases both of our life points by 1,000. So
end my turn.
I activate.
I'll
my
actually go ahead and
spell card.
destroy his fairy box. And we'll let Gamma the Magnet Warrior join in. Let's see what he does.
Oh, no.
Okay, I got a second one.
Oh, no.
Oh no! Alright, he is down to 5,500.
Say bye-bye to all your draft cards, cause I'm summoning Jinzo.
Oh no, here comes Jinzo. Now that is going to be one tough monster to beat. And it's especially powerful because it's negating trap
and
cards
my
as
turn.
well. So I'm going to have to play defense at this point. But we may as well go ahead and return whatever it is that he has set down, so. Although I am very certain he's going to put that right back on the field.
I end my turn.
Magic Cylinder. That will definitely make things more intense. Yep. But hold up. As much as I would love to activate that, of course it didn't let me because Jinzo's effect.
Be careful, because this card's a trap.
So yeah, I'm not going to be able to use Magic Cylinder until I somehow get Jinzo off the field. In fact,
I activate my spell card.
we're going to do that right now by getting rid of Buster Blader. And now we'll Tribute Summon.
Luckily, I have this card.
Yep. So now that Jinzo is gone,
Trap hole.
and so is my other monster.
I end my turn.
Alright, let's stop that here. Okay, episode 416. Alright, well, Magic Jammer's the only thing I can set down. I can't do anything else.
I activate my spell card. I summon Jinzo.
Oh, here comes Jinzo again. Let's hold down the question mark. Alright, we're gonna put down Nimble. Can't do anything because of holding down the button. Okay.
Until what, Jensen Bob?
I end my turn.
I end my turn. I can't do anything because I need 2 tributes before I can summon that. Slash, slash, slash. Waiting for media. And that's it. Joey takes the match. Oh wow, I just made the connection so darn weak.
Duelist extraordinaire Joey Wheeler's battles have only just begun.
I was gonna try, but probably won't even do anything at all. Okay, that one's got about 2 minutes left. Sure, let's slash. Oh, great, I'm the only one there. Well, we'll go ahead and try it again.
Hey, now we can hear each other.
Now we can hear each other. Alright, we got one final game here, and then that's really all the games we have. And that, of course, is
See, now we
Yahtzee.
can finally hear each other. Until what, Jezebel?
Gonna print out my feelings. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and get to Yahtzee here. Again, this is our last game of our last game of the night before we are well, the last of the last of the games. Well, it's not really a domino. It's a dice. It's a dice game.
Dice, yeah. The dice game.
Yeah, that dice game. Diagram of the ocean. Just ocean. I must really be getting into the rabbit hole of Phil Wirtz again.
Yeah.
But anyway, in addition to Yahtzee, let's see who got their weekly today.
Yeah,
and if anybody did.
Weekly test, whatever, Wednesday. Yeah, that's what it is.
Starting with Storm Wyatt. I see he got a severe thunderstorm warning, a severe thunderstorm watch 602, and then a tornado warning. All three of which were back to back. That's in Missouri. And then this guy got caught outbound Metro train number 1271, arriving and departing Hinsdale. Hinsdale, yep. And then Accurate got that, I'm not sure when this tornado warning was. I believe that was from today. Off of KC74. And then this same guy also got a BNSF manifest from Clarendon Hills.
Manifest of what now?
A BNSF manifest train.
Oh. A twain.
So it looks like he got as far as he could up to the crossing before the manifest showed up. And then Storm Wyatt also caught St. Louis. Caught St. Louis doing their weekly, despite the slight risk being present. And this time he went with Nothing But Radio Shack. Nothing But Radio Shack.
Radio Shack.
Yep, Nothing But Radio Shacks.
Bunch of radio stacks.
Then Centennial State got some of these severe thunderstorm warnings today off of WWH 32. And this was number 2. It sounds like this must have been Colorado. Sounds like Colorado to me. And then Johnny Thunder, let's see, went back on, found something from March 6th. From a Southern PA WX live stream. He got permission from them.
Oh my gosh.
And then what else did we get here?
We're getting a partial lunar eclipse. That's like 90%.
That's like 90%.
Starting narrator.
Starting narrator.
Scan. Loading complete. Billboards. In private. Microsoft Edge window.
The play featuring an iPhone power block and a mechanical pencil.
Button.
An iPhone power block and a mechanical pencil.
Play. Pause. Play.
Oh,
Pause.
jeez.
Play.
Anyway, Kyrian
Bar,
got
toolbar,
Marine
settings,
Warning. That
and
was
more.
on, all
Alt
these were
plus
from
F.
August 10th.
Button. Has pop.
And then Central IL got some of these warnings from Lincoln today. This flash flood warning, another flash flood warning, and a severe thunderstorm warning. And then let's see here. And then Waterford WX caught a flash flood warning off of WSK 74. Yeah, off of WSK 74 Lafayette. And then Backlog-a-thon 2. Not sure how far behind Putnam County is, but I can surely tell how far behind he is, considering this thing is over an hour and a half in length. And what even is the date? And I guess it doesn't show a date anywhere. I would just have to look at each of the products individually, and that would then give me, you know, a good state, you know, a good reasonable date as to when this was recorded, or when each of these clips were recorded. And then Southwest PA finally uploaded 2 parts of everything from the week of July 19th. And that was part 2.
New notification from Power and Battery. Unavailable.
Unavailable.
Oh, there he goes again. This is gonna start spreading. What are you doing? Uh-oh.
His cat.
No.
Oh, great, his own video of a cat. I suppose that's his own version of the Pet Showcase.
Pet Showcase?
Yeah. Some alerts from Ohio.
Oh no.
Yeah, sounds like something from Ohio. And then there was that severe thunderstorm warning from earlier today, and of course, in all typical vein, Indianapolis tested before all this happened. And I finally found out why my logger wasn't picking up Indianapolis the last few weeks. It was at the moment the stream found headers, it would just silence them straight away.
Yeah.
I hate it when it does that, honestly. And then Chevy AS got his usual tests today. And I
machine going off.
Kind of does, but it's not.
Yeah. God, I wish that would be revived. Do you guys actually have back fishing in the landline house?
No, we didn't. No way. And this must be Gray Main.
Yeah.
Yep, Gray Main tested. The stream was so silent. The only Gray Main stream that we have right now, WSM60 Dresden, didn't even do a single header for it. And then this is the Fort Worth test. I don't know if this was the evening one or the morning. Not sure if this was the morning test or the evening test, but considering it says 11 hours ago, that tells me that that was the morning test off of WNG 676. I see Landed WX got the Huntsville Weekly off of WWF 66 Coleman. Which Huntsville's message for some reason is a exact word-for-word copy of Peachtree City's script. I don't know why. And Texas Gulf Coast got Houston's test off of WWG 40 and KJY 78. A Central Iowa Network on his WR100, for some reason, he could hear faintly an AM broadcast on the radio. Strange, you could faintly hear an AM station somewhere on a weather radio. That's bizarre. Very bizarre. Alright, and then on the other end, see Mahoning County with that marine warning from Cleveland. That must have been from earlier this morning. Yeah, this was from earlier this morning. And then this was the Wilmington Weekly. One of the recoms wasn't active. Now there was all that same stuff from earlier. A Sentry 3v8 siren test in Grover Hill, Ohio. And I think there's a date somewhere as to when that was recorded. It's July 15th, so it must have been about a month that it had been sitting there. And then all the things TFN posted today was just some stuff with ceiling fans. And then this flash flood watch, that flood watch was issued right after the weekly happened. Then I see Jimmy's Hobbies got the Raleigh weekly with my custom emergency alert system test. I hear the Westminster chimes at the beginning off of whatever device.
Chime. That's interesting. Chime.
And he just puts a scroll up on the top. He must have added that. He must have added that in editing. And then this was part of another marine warning that was issued later on. But again, I don't really know if this was from earlier this morning or not. And then I see Mahoning County uploaded everything from the enhanced risk from July 21st. With when he was actually under a tornado warning, with a tornado being confirmed either by Doppler radar or the general public. So he was showing the coverage that the local CBS station in Youngstown was doing for the event.
Second batch of sirens going off again.
And caught the sirens going off. And this was a Tampa marine warning from yesterday. A federal signal thunderbolt in Louisville, Kentucky. One of very few thunderbolts that are still operating. The only thunderbolt that I know of other than that is, of course, that one off of right on the side of I-355 in Lombard. That's it. That's really the only thunderbolt I know of that's still operating in Chicago. And I see CXP also got the Tampa Cox Media cluster of tests yesterday morning, or technically last night. And then Southern PA's compilation of everything from Monday. Or no, it was Sunday. And Code Red IO got the Severe Thunderstorm Watch off of WSK 49, the one that had just been issued. And there's the warning. There's one of the warnings. And I see Tomlinson County WX got his weekly too, from Boston. This one was off of WXJ 41 Hartford, Connecticut. The convective outlooks. Some TFM stuff. Let's see, Bemidji WX with a severe thunderstorm warning from Monday. 12262, that was coming from the EAS plug after he retired. And he was going to do some repairs on it, to bring it up to a good working, to get the radio working again, but I believe he has since fixed it, so So that's great that he got that up and running. Then if I go back on my history here, I found a video on a siren in my hometown. I'm trying to see if I can find it here. Yeah, here we go. So here we go. Let me switch this to... Well, actually, I'm going to switch it to display view in a moment. But let me go ahead and play my turn here. Here on Yahtzee before I show that one particular thing. Oh, great. Now multiple things are ready. So, episode 483. I think this is the next one. Yeah, that's the next one.
Scan off.
And this one's ready for me to start the next one.
From OneDrive, your videos region. Import 0 selected. File picker document. Command bar menu bar. Switch view options. Menu item. Collapsed. 1 of 1. Has pop up. Name. Ascending.
Name. Ascending. Name. Ascending. Exiting narrator. Alright, so we'll go down to... Let's see, this is the one... Alright, let me go ahead and get this one going. I'll give this a second. I should move the other one out before it deletes it for low amount of space on the drive. Yeah, before it deletes it for a pretty low amount of space left on the drive. Alright, that's a little better. Alright. Okay, that is off, and we are done then with Yahtzee, so we'll go ahead and turn the VM off here. Now, the other video in question that I found during Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, while that was on, Wisconsin Sirens actually captured what very well was the last siren test of, and if I show you right over here, at Four Seasons Park in my hometown. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm gonna get going, Jess. I'll see you later.
All right. Yeah, it's almost midnight, and we're gonna be closing our show out here soon anyway. So.
Try to see if I'm back.
Okay. Well, it only lasts 17 minutes, so I don't want to try to hit the button again. So I'm just gonna quit it there. All right, but yeah, we'll be calling it quits here shortly. So, this right here, this was in ACA P10, and in the description of that video of the siren test, unfortunately, this siren was damaged from the derecho. But taking a look, it was recorded in the siren looks to have been installed in somewhere in 1990, in the 90s. And then the Spirit Stingray came to the site of this particular siren. So, but yeah, I'll talk about a few more things here before we wrap things up tonight. So yeah, this siren right here is an ACA P10. That's actually just outside of downtown Plainfield, my hometown. There's actually another one. Now, if we, so that's one siren. Right over here, on this side of 126, this one is actually colored in, this actually is another one of those that's actually still up. And while Radio Frenzy did not stream the test, he did have his security camera going, so he did get the weekly from State College and only State College. Yeah, and only State College. So, now, these two are ACA P50s. Now, unfortunately, this one here on the left, this one in gray, this one was sadly knocked down from the massive winds of the from the derecho. So, yeah, and looking at the damage, yeah, the siren has been utterly destroyed. Yeah, that's what's left of the siren. So, the siren has been knocked down from the derecho. So, unfortunately, it more than likely is not going to be coming back. What is this? What is this? A T-128? Did he sound that siren off himself? I think so. Let me pull the video up again. So sadly, this ACA P10 has been damaged, has been destroyed. So, well, at this point, well, the siren's old. I don't even think there's any parts for it. So, yeah, that siren has sadly been destroyed beyond repair. So, there's no saving it, which is honestly a shame. So, as of now, this is the only ACA P10 that remains. That remains in Chicagoland. This is the only one that remains. As pretty much nearly every siren, as pretty much nearly every outdoor warning siren in the Chicagoland area, including the one right by the Covington School, has been replaced by an ACE. That one was replaced by a Federal Signal 2001, and it has been standing there for a few years. So, and according to, let's see, Wisconsin Sirens is saying that they're going to put a T-128 in its place. Now, I don't know where they're going to get that. I don't know how they're going to be able to get that T-128, but yeah, it's going to be a shame that will be taking its spot. Now, I never got to hear the siren, in person when, on Tuesday when it was tested. But yeah, it was a shame that siren was, that siren has been damaged and pretty much destroyed beyond repair. So yeah, it's such a shame. So I see the Spirit Stingray capture a tornado siren ambience. This was when that tornado warning was issued that morning. And I think he also caught Joliet's sirens too. Well, listen closely to it. Yeah, my house was literally right by one of those Federal Signal 2001s. See if I can hear it in this ambience. So one of the ACAP 50s abruptly shut down. Yeah, one of the ACAP 50s abruptly shut down. And the sirens regained power and the signal kind of came right back on. Yeah, I can hear the Federal Signal 2001 now. ACAP 50 shared with Joliet. And then 10 seconds later, the storm came. And that yellow siren, and that yellow siren that I just showed, that one's not a P10. That one is actually a P15. That one's actually a P15. And I'm also sad to report that this siren 2 has been knocked down from the derecho. So, yeah. I don't know if, but I mean, to me, the siren, I mean, it looks like the siren itself cosmetically survived. Looks like it cosmetically survived the fall. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Are they gonna keep the siren? I don't know what they're gonna do. If they're just going to put the pole back up and rebuild and just put the existing siren on top of it, or are they just gonna put a brand new siren on there altogether? I think as that thing is old, they probably are going to replace the siren altogether. Yeah, that is honestly such a shame because really the only other sirens that Plainfield has now are, and I'll show you, really the only other sirens that my town, Plainfield, has are these ACA P50s. ACA P50, that's one of them. And if we go to the end of Van Dyke Road, you can't tell, but that right there is a T128. So I don't know if that siren is going to be put back up or something new will take its place, but I mean the siren itself, the device itself looks okay. There's the picture of the fallen P10 that says thankfully there were no injuries. And then he included a shot of the P10 this was the first Tuesday test he caught of one of the fallen sirens. The siren's final test was documented. I also heard the siren's final test from a distance while documenting a siren in Romeoville. Yeah, So a P15 and a P10 in Plainfield have sadly met their fate. But as of the updates, both of the sirens are still there. And while the controls have been taken off of the P10, the P15 siren is awaiting its next move. So they're waiting for the next move, what they're going to do about the P15. So that is a little disappointing for siren enthusiasts, honestly, but for me, I'm not much of a siren enthusiast myself, but I mean, if you've seen some of my past videos, I mean, you'll very well know that siren, the monthly siren tests on the first Tuesday of the month have pretty much been the norm of most of my compilations when we were still doing the national EAS stuff. But of course, we still included the siren test when Illinois did their tornado, when I documented the 2026 Illinois Severe Weather Awareness Week drill. And of course, plan to do it again next year. So yeah, I mean, if we're talking from a siren enthusiast perspective, yeah, it's such a shame to see old iconic sirens disappear, but unfortunately, that's the way things happen. It's the way Mother Nature works. There's nothing we can do about it. There is nothing we can do. She'll just do whatever she wants to do. And there's nothing we can do about it. So, yeah, honestly, very devastating, to, all those siren enthusiasts out there, but I do know that the village is well aware of the sirens that were of the two sirens knocked down, but I don't know how he knew that a T-128 will be taking its place of that P10. So I don't know about that, honestly. But then I'm a little skeptical on what's going to happen to that P15, that yellow siren right beside Lockport Road. In fact, that's the very siren I literally passed by, on the way to my relatives or wherever else. I mean, whether it's at work in Downers Grove or here in Oak Lawn or wherever else in the Chicagoland area, or, I mean, let's say my college in Romeoville when I was in college, a few months ago. So, yeah, essentially that, I should say. But regardless of whatever scenario it is, that's the very, very siren that I've been passing by for all of these years. I never knew that one day it would sadly meet its fate. And unfortunately, that did happen as part of the Durate show. Now, I don't think I ever noticed that, because it happened on the 11th, and work was on the 14th. I guess I didn't see it come up in the I guess I didn't see it in the morning, or maybe I wasn't paying attention. I probably wasn't looking to the right to see the siren knocked down, but I'm glad somebody got some pictures of those destroyed sirens. Yeah, the P10 has sadly been totally destroyed. There's no chance in saving it. It's been pretty much destroyed beyond repair. There's nothing that can be done about that one. But the P15, it seems like it's only the pole that's been knocked down. The siren itself, to me, it looks like it's still in good condition cosmetically, but the question is, does it even still work? Well, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do about it. I don't know if they're going to put the siren up on its new pole whenever they get that installed, or they're just going to they're just going to replace both. Or they're just going to replace both the pole and the siren together. Yeah, or they're just going to replace both the pole and the siren. Well, as of the 15th, the sirens are still at where they were, but they're awaiting, other things. Yeah, that's honestly quite sad it's honestly quite sad that the sirens, that those were classic sirens, but as I've said earlier, that's the way things happen sometimes. It's just the nature of the weather, and there's nothing we can do about it. That's really how it all is. But yeah, I mean, I honestly feel glad that somebody was actually able to document the siren one last time, actually operating before the storm knocked it down. Well, actually, it was the week before, because the week prior they tested them, of course, as they usually do, as well as the rest of the state, on the first Tuesday of the month at 10 a.m. That's been a very typical pattern here in Illinois, and I don't think that's ever going to change. So, if that ever changes, then it changes. Simple as that. But I think on that note, we're done for tonight. Man, this has been quite a Wednesday, honestly. But of course, I want to thank Tom and Ben for being with us and just being here, enjoying the show and everything like that. So, of course, I want to thank them both, and of course, we'll have them back next week when we do this again. So, good night, you two. However, I won't be able to carry the Tom Ben footage over because my micro does not have any USB-C ports, and I don't have any working lightning cables other than the USB-C to lightning one. And then I see Code Red got that's your Thunderstorm ring. Yeah, that's what he's going to be going through tonight. And finally, I forgot about this other one here. The video of these cats. So, yeah, a nice video of... Yeah, nice video of that cat. So, alright. So yeah, with that being said, folks, that is it. We are done for tonight. So, of course, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. Well, not just today, but tonight. Not just today, but also tonight for another great Weekly Test Wednesday extravaganza. Although I do feel bad for what happened with WS Valhalla. So, I know everybody who's working there is gonna. It's gonna take a lot of time for them to, recover from what had happened. I think like the day before or something. But we'll see if they make it up to. We'll see if they make their test up before the week is done. Hopefully tomorrow. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens then. So. And speaking of tomorrow, of course, I will be continuing putting together episodes of both Sorry and Big John's Wheel of Fortune, considering that I had already finished Ticket to Ride and Yahtzee earlier today. So that's great that those two shows are done, and I'm pretty much now at the halfway point of this whole rendering portion. So, gonna spend some time now figuring out how I'm gonna be able to, how I'm gonna handle Big John's Wheel after the set is done. Because then I have like 125 episodes. It's going to take up another 175 gigabytes. Yeah, that's not going to work. But I'm thinking I could probably just do Big John's Wheel through 3 computers and just let Sorry continue on the one. So, I mean, it could work honestly, but I'll think about that I'll think about that. To the next few days. So of course I'll be spending tomorrow and Friday continuing to put together episodes of these shows. Continuing Sunday as well. And then when that's all done, I'll move on to the Street View episodes and try to make as much of that as I can. Yeah, I'm going to be seeing a lot of Severe Thunderstorm Warning uploads tonight. Like this one that was just captured off of WWG99. Why is MVG live tonight? And besides, that's the wrong one. Well, whatever it is, it's probably nothing special. But anyway, we're done for tonight anyway, so it's not gonna matter. Anyway, then what else? I think that's it. Yeah. So I'll finish up putting together these episodes. So I'm gonna finish putting together these episodes over the next couple days. And then Sunday, of course, hopefully, well, I'll see how far I get this weekend. And then, of course, when that's all said and done, I will put together more Street View episodes, get those, get as much of those done. And then, as I said, the day after I get back home, I'll fix that Big John's Wheel of Fortune episode. That I said I'll pull that off the schedule shortly after we go off the air here in just a few moments. I'll pull that off the schedule. And I'll take it out of the new content, whatever, roster. And I'll fix 223 I'll put a description or disclaimer in the episode after that to let everyone know that that is going to be something that will be fixed. That the episode before it is going to be fixed and will be republished when I get it remade. So that's what's going to happen here. So with that being said, oh yeah, and also one more thing in terms of live programs. Of course, tomorrow's Backyard Baseball. Friday's the Fun Night Show. We'll do that as per usual. Oh, must have cleared an asset, so. Must have cleared an asset, so let me get it back. Okay. Great, now it's doing it again. I'm just going to restart it. But yeah, so tomorrow, Backyard Baseball, Friday, the Fun Night Show, and then, of course, Saturday, the Weekend Fun and Game Show, all of which will be in its usual format. Sunday will be Ticket to Ride. Monday, I don't know if Beat Shazam will be all new, despite despite it being all new the next day. But I guess we'll see what the I guess we'll see what the Fox schedule looks like. I'll see what the Fox schedule looks like that night, and we'll see from there. Depending on the schedule, Monday I might try another test run of the Yu-Gi-Oh! PC game as its own series. Well, as a live series, its own actual pre-recorded series, as I've stated earlier, that's going to premiere next year, as I'm currently set to do. So we might do another test run of that on Monday of next week. That will depend on how the schedule looks on the TV side of things. Roblox, we'll probably do it again at 5, and then we're going to stop it on, and then we're going to stop it at 5:45 or 5:45 for the for the premiere of Jeopardy Masters and then be Shazam. So pretty much just going to be flip-flopping between 3 networks on that Tuesday night. Wednesday will be the next weekly test show. Thursday will be our next backyard baseball game. Friday, the Fun Night Show once again. And then Saturday, currently what the plan is for Saturday is we'll be running our show much later. Oh, it's a Jackbox game. Oh, so this is a Jackbox game, I think. Yeah, this is something that's not, yeah, that's something I'm not into, so, yeah, forget it. Yeah, that's something we're not into. So yeah, that's something we're not into. So I just forget about that. So Saturday, depending on what happens, we might end up coming on later, but of course I promise you we'll still do all of our usual stuff, you know, the random character extravaganza, you know, all that. So nothing different. And then, of course, as I said on that Sunday morning, I'll reshoot the episode, fix that Street View, fix that Trial Series remake, and then after that, that's it. There is not going to be anything. And then after that, I should then be ready to get to work with the county requests and finishing up that in the Street View series. And then once all that is said and done, then pretty much then I can move on to other things for the fall. So that's what the plan looks like then. So again, with that, thanks for joining us today for another exciting Weekly Test Wednesday extravaganza. We hope you enjoyed it as much as I did bringing it to you, of course. And we will see you tomorrow night at 5 p.m. when we bring you our next backyard baseball game. So we hope you'll join us for that. But until then, on behalf of all of us here at Jeslyn Field Productions, we bid you good night.